Yeah. Both are connected.
Feel free to come there and just zoom out until John plays. Show the whole floor. We're live.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us here on BSN. I'm John Townshill. We're in the first running, and we are once again on the front row of the Goff Gymnasium for the district matchup tonight. The Jackson City Tigers are hosting their trade contest.
Just watching these two people. Jackson City has been out here for as long as I've been here. And looking up here right around 6 o'clock. So we've been out scouting, shooting, and basketball for roughly an hour before this game. So if that doesn't tell you how much this game means to them, nothing will. But we got a pretty good crowd here for I think we're going into the environment. I'm looking forward to seeing what these two teams have, coming in. Breathitt coming down here tonight. Really kind of like the game. Late. And I'm sure they're wanting to get shoot the ball.
Been a big play here tonight against this Jackson City Tigers. Watch some good basketball action and watch these good ball players get after it.
On the Crosstown Throwdown.
Guys.
Before we get Lucy, I was going to need some sponsors. Jackson Deposit Bank, every city needs a great bank. Jackson Deposit is Jackson's bank. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with your famous Herbie's. Jackson Electric, stop in and see Herbie and Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs, along with septic systems and appliance parts. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people, regular safety and health. Family and Hometown Pharmacy, proud supporters of great companies. Citizens Bank, Trust and Trust. Jackson Physical Great folks.
Heavenly Father, we're grateful to be here tonight, to be together in the wonderful city, the wonderful town. We're blessed, Lord, with good friends, both me, our coaches, our administration. We're all in this thing together. Lord, we know you love us. We look to you for help with all the things going on. We thank you for all the blessings we have. We pray it'll be a good game tonight, Lord, and everybody here will be safe. And the days ahead will be healthy days for us all. In Jesus' name, and everybody said, amen. God is good.
All the time. I tell you what, it was a really impressive rendition of the national anthem, and I got to be honest with you, I believe that was the best one that I've heard this season. Extremely impressed with John Bunn, Pastor Bunn. He's had some health issues over the last little bit. His crowd was being pumped in there. He is a staple in this community, and he's done a fantastic job on that rendition.
Yeah, great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for the championship game. For the district on the scoreboard, the Breathitt Bobcats.
Starting lineup.
Number 1, Jalen Turner. Number 2, Tyler Fishy. Number 4.
Of course, guys, you have the immortal Peter Carroll over there.
Number 5, Bryce Hoskins. And number 14, Austin Curry.
I had no idea.
The Bobcats are coached by John Noble.
Rupert's a man of many talents, trust me.
And now, starting for the home team, Jackson City Tigers.
Jackson City Tigers.
Number 1, Peyton Stark. Number 3, Michael Gibson. Number 24, Dyson Clark. Number 31, Jake Jitt. And number 32, Paxton Howard. The Tigers are coached by Miles Pertusi. Your officials, Justin Ember, Chris Turlock, and Dirk Clinton. With total regulations, Breathitt wants a coin toss to the receive. I will have the ball to start the game.
Bellamy brings the ball bit of a fake, but he got hard there. He's called for charge. That'll be his first. Tigers, they'll bring the ball in. Breathitt with Chris. Go! man, so it's going to roll out.
It looked like he got a lane for the basket there. He's got a little head of himself and lost the ball. I thought he was going to go he's over the stage.
Vincent working this
Good call. It's a good call by the
referee staff here tonight. Remember, Mitchell and Spurlock. Tries to get the ball in and goes to lost it, puts up a 3-over
Jackson City.
5:36 to go in the first, Casey. When Jackson City played Wolf County the other night, it was a very close game in the first quarter. Tigers really came out and played hard. I think Wolf County's depth and speed just got the best of them the other night. And we've already talked about the depth that Bobcats So, this could be a great first quarter match. As they tied it up, getting close up to the court.
Comparing the two teams based on Breathitt, it's kind of extending all the way around the base on their side of the two sides. Come on,
Saying no sound, I don't know. I know, everybody's saying that. I have no idea.
We'll try to work on the audio. That's up and through. That's good. That's Brian Hoskins is a 3-point shot. All over the time.
He's shaking his head because he knows he shouldn't have done that. It's 2 early fouls on one hand. Except to watch Combs coming in the ball game for Turner. Turner obviously frustrated himself on that.
Hope you guys can hear us. Let us know if you come in. I know Luke's trying their best to get this. Lisa says she knows that other coaches have bigger mouths than that, so we should be ready.
I don't have any idea. Yeah, I don't have any idea. I've got everything else off. I don't have whatever, just turn it off and watch the action. We're getting crowd noise from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. It's loud. No, we don't even have a microphone on. It's what we broke off.
Go off. See if that's any better. We're going to turn down and we'll see what happens. I'll message Lisa back and forth and see what third at the line. Shoot this foul shot. It's up. Pretty good.
All the mics are picking up or the background noise and not the announcers. Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
So they can hear the coaches talking this thing here. That makes no sense at all.
I have no idea, brother. Whatever we did didn't help. I'm going to go play plug this in the camera. We're working on the audio, folks. We'll try to get things fixed here for you. It ain't even plugged in yet. Yeah, it's plugged in.
You got it in?
It's plugged in, they're both on.
Alright, folks, let us know if this is any better. We went back to the old mic arrangement. See if that helps with the audio on the live feed. Check it.
Come on, Austin.
It's 30 now at the line.
Missed the first one.
First shot. Second shot getting ready to go up. And it's going in. That's all over it.
No, it's no better. No better. Hold on. No better.
You can hear everything as well.
I think
I don't understand why they're not getting anything. If you listen to it, it sounds like it's coming just, that's all we got. Right there, nothing. That's a hard time. People have to process it. They're going forward. Up and down the floor, all that. Terrible. That's the drive inside. Can't run on to it. That is cold. Homes go inside with it. That's what we want. Gym mower is very low. Can barely hear it. That's what we want.
wow, look at free throw shot. Oh, we're going to call a blocking foul. He's sending Christie to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Unless they call it on, no, they called it on the floor. Andrew Combs inbounds the ball to Bryce Hoskins. Hoskins over to Sperry. Sperry to Bellamy. Back to Sperry. Sperry fakes the 3, goes up for a pump fake. Misses it. Bryce Hoskins gets the rebound up and good. Jackson City really looking to push the action. Ooh, what a move. It's no good, though, as Christie comes down with it. Christie drives the basket, and he skywalks to the goal and puts it in. Breathitt in a loose press here. Good defense by Andrew.
Use the mic. We got audio now, folks. Can you hear us? Lisa Gross said she can hear it a lot better. Try our best, folks. Seems like we always have some kind of gremlin, but we try to keep
used to using these mics
bringing
anyways.
it. Ty back says he can hear Casey, but not me.
Huh.
Ty back says he can hear Casey, but not me. Don't know what's going on, but we'll work on it.
It will be Jackson City's ball to start the second period here as Breathitt kind of controlled the whole first quarter there, Rob.
Ty says we're good.
28-6 here at the end of the first period. You know, Breathitt really put the pressure on Jackson City with their press defense, and they forced several turnovers there and got some easy baskets. So a really good start for the Breathitt County Bobcats, and if you're John Noble, you got to be happy.
Yeah, it's you know, we were expecting it to be a little bit close, at least in the first quarter, but the Bobcats have really ran up and down the floor. The press that the Tigers have tried to use was not good at all. Bobcats been able to beat that. I don't see, you know, where Coach John Noble, this is a hard time to be coaching right now. I mean, what do you tell your players going into the second quarter with a lead 28-6? Just keep playing.
Well, yeah, I mean, there isn't a whole lot you can complain about when it comes to that first quarter for Breathitt. I would imagine he's going to address the fouls as he brings Jalen Turner back in the ball game. Jalen has 2 fouls on him to start this second quarter. So as Richie comes in for the Bobcats as well to run point.
Yeah, we've got Richie in the ball game now, and also got Isaac Bellamy in the game as Noble goes to the hoop, no good. Turner goes back up with it. And rebound going to come down to Paxton Howard, and ball comes out of bounds to Casey Allen.
Yeah, man, you know, I got them smooth hands over here, Rob. So.
Like I said, folks, we got a front row seat here. Andrew Combs brings the ball in for the Bobcats. Richie, point guard now, brings the ball top of the key over to Combs with a big 3, rims out. Rebound down to Howard. Now Clare with it over to Henson. Henson brings the ball up the court.
Tell you what, I'd like to thank our audience for keeping us up to date on our audio issue there. And
where would we be without our fans, Casey?
I know it. You know,
thank you, Lisa.
I mean, they really, and even on YouTube here, they've kind of chimed in to let us know, you know, that it's back up and going and audio's good. So we really appreciate you guys.
Clare with a pretty 3 that rimmed out, but the Bobcats get the ball back up the court with a 3 from Richie that's no good.
Smart move here by Jackson City to kind of slow the pace down a little bit.
I was just getting ready to say, I think Coach Bertucci has decided to slow them down as Micah brings the ball up the court slow, working against Richie now. Between the legs, loses the ball over to Clare. Clare fakes a pass, puts the ball on the court. Over to Jet, now over to Henson. Henson drives inside. He's working against Richie. Puts up a hook shot.
Excellent move by him,
move by Micah Henson. 6:28 to go in the second, 28-8. Isaac Bellamy with a long 3 off the front of the rim, no good.
It's great defense by Jackson City there. I mean, it's excellent.
Rebound.
Can't give Breathitt that many opportunities, so you got to crash the boards if you're Jackson City.
Rebound to Bellamy, ball back out front to Richie. Back over in the corner to Bellamy again. Over to Turner. Turner deep in the corner. Over to Richie. Top of the key to Combs as he puts up a 3. Beautiful shot by Andrew Combs.
He has such a smooth shot to him. You know, talking to him before the game there, I told him, I said, I wish you'd come back out and play some football because I missed him so much. I coached him when he was in middle school. So
Paxton Howard got it over to Clare. Clare can't hold on to it. Ball goes to Richie. Richie's layup's no good. Ball down to Henson with the rebound. Henson pushes it up the floor for the Tigers. Stops, pops, puts up a shot inside the lane, no good. Richie with it for the Bobcats. Drives past Combs into the lane, puts up a layup, and it's going to roll in for Blake Richie.
It's a beautiful layup there. You know, Henson showing a little frustration on that little runner that he shot. But hey, if I'm his coach, I'm telling him to keep it up and keep taking it to the basket because he's shown that he's capable of finishing.
Combs was working
We're going to call out of bounds
against
on Jackson
Turner, and that ball's going to go out of bounds.
City. Will Fugit says that we do a great job.
We appreciate that.
Will, you keep talking, me and Rob won't be able to fit our heads through the doors to get out of this place.
It's pretty bad the way it is, ain't it,
It's
Casey?
pretty rough as it is, yeah.
You see Isaac Bellamy bringing the ball up the court for the Bobcats. He's working against Peyton Tharp. Passes over to Richie. Richie inside to Turner. Turner's taking on Micah Henson, puts up a jump shot. Ball bounces high off the rim, no good. Tipped again, no good. Tharp comes down with it. Over to Henson. Henson now walks the ball up the court for the Tigers. Comes across midcourt with it. He calls for Jet. Brings Jet up front and center. Pass picked off by Andrew Combs, intended for Tharp. He puts a layup in for another 2 points for the Bobcats. 4:32 to go, 35-8 in the second quarter. Bobcats with a commanding lead right now over the Tigers. Tharp shakes his head no, doesn't want the pass inside. Passes over to Henson. Henson cross court to Jet.
Breathitt in a man-to-man defense here.
Inside to Jaden Jet, and a nice put up off the backboard by Jaden.
Yeah, he snuck right behind Jalen Turner there for that easy layup.
Combs again with another big three.
He's heating up, Rob.
He sure is. Henson with it across midcourt.
Patricia Wilson says that she agrees with Will. Said yes, they do. So we appreciate that, guys.
Tharp with a nice put in for the Jackson Tigers. Richie with it now, brings the ball up the court.
It's Breathitt's turn to kind of slow things down here.
Bellamy working against Tharp. Inside of Turner. Turner working against Henson, goes up, and the foul is going to be called on Henson, and he's pleading his case. Feet set, hands straight up in the air. He didn't think he fouled him.
It's hard. It's hard to do anything with a guy the size of Jalen, as athletic as he is. And I thought that
You're
Henson
exactly right.
played excellent defense considering the size difference there. But the referee felt that he did foul Jalen, and Jalen's at the foul line to shoot 2 free throws, and he missed the first one.
Turner's first foul shot's no good. The second shot's good. Coming into this game, Bobcats shooting about 64% from the free throw line. Henson with a big three, no good. Tipped, saved by Jet. Back
Excellent
into Howard.
effort.
Now back out the top of the key to Henson. Back to Howard for a three, no good. Jet with the rebound, out to Tharp. Tharp drives the lane against Turner, no good. Ball up to Combs. Combs blows past Henson for another layup. Combs is really feeling it tonight, Casey.
Wow, what a crow hop.
Tharp with a little hop in the lane, and that shot is good. Nice put in by Peyton Tharp. 41-14 now. Ball at the top of the key. Richie has it. Richie calls the play, sets the offense for the Bobcats.
Patricia says that they're watching for moms, and we're proud of you. Talking about you, Robbie.
Combs and Caden Turner in motion. Ball kicked back out to Combs. Don't look now, Casey, but that was another three.
I just tell you right now,
Andrew Combs.
I would just about foul him when he gets the ball. Just because he's so deadly right now with his shot. You can just see it, how much confidence. It's just oozing out of him.
The kid was really having a good time in warm-ups, too. We were able to sit there and watch him warm up, and Andrew was really feeling it in warm-ups. Howard working against Bellamy inside. Kicks out to Jet. Jet back over to Tharp for the Tigers with a long three-point shot. No good.
That might have been from Wendy's.
Rebound to Bellamy. Bellamy drives the lane, but ball goes out of bounds. If they're going to call a foul, or did it just get away from him?
They're
calling a foul.
There's a little bit of a late whistle there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Jalen's going to take him another little breather. Or maybe not. Yep, he is.
It's going to put Isaac Bellamy on the line for the Bobcats. Bobcats with Caden Turner, Richie, Isaac Bellamy. We see Jackson Hamilton now coming into the game, and Stallard into the game for the Bobcats.
It's going to be interesting to see this lineup. I've not seen this lineup for the Bobcats in the times that I've gotten to watch them this year. So it'll be interesting to see these younger guys step up.
Bellamy's first free throw is good.
Definitely a smaller lineup for the Bobcats.
Yes, definitely. Second shot is good. Pretty free throw shot from Isaac Bellamy. Able to make both of them. 1:55 to go before the half. Bobcats lead 46-14. Henson now with it. Working against Ritchie. Gets a pick from Claire. Inside to Claire. And he walks to the ball. Couldn't hold on to it.
It's an excellent look there. He just wasn't able to get his footing before he tried to make the move.
Stallard and Ritchie with it now. Brings it up the court. Stallard goes in motion. Ritchie works over to the far side of the court. Now bringing it back to the top of the key to Bellamy, who's got a wide open three. And it's good.
Wow.
For Isaac Bellamy.
Just like his brother, they could shoot the lights out. Henson bringing the ball up for Jackson City.
Claire working against Bellamy. Claire gives to Combs. Combs looking inside, can't find anything, gives to Howard. Howard back out to Claire. Claire looking inside, finds Henson. Henson over to Combs. Combs thought about a three. Dribble back out to Claire. Claire at the top of the key. Nice shot from just inside the free throw line. 2 more points for the Tigers. Makes it 49-16 with less than a minute before the half. Bellamy inside to Stallard. Stallard now kicks it out to Bellamy. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie around the corner. Back out to Bellamy. Bellamy over to Stallard. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton puts up a long three. Off the rim, no good, but Ritchie comes down with a rebound.
Hamilton says everybody else has got one in there, so why not me?
Hey, it looked good when it left his hand.
Did. You could see he was very confident in his shooting ability.
Stallard. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie back to Stallard. Stallard, top of the key with a big three. No good off the front of the rim. Combs with the rebound to Henson now. Henson, long pass up to Claire. Claire working against Turner. Turner with a huge block. Caden Turner able to put that one out on Claire.
I'll just tell you.
Big time defensive play by Caden Turner.
I said it earlier when Spurry went up and climbed the ladder to block that shot, but that out there was impressive, man. I mean, he absolutely climbed it to get that.
I'll tell you something else impressive, too, is Dyson Claire and Caden Turner standing beside each other at the free throw line talking right now to each other. Both of them patted each other on the back. Good show of sportsmanship. You got to love that in a game like this, especially when it's community-based as this one is.
Well, I mean, they may go to different schools, but these boys grow up together, you know, and that's the most important thing to remember. As the ball goes out off the top of the backboard there as time expires on the first half.
A good show of sportsmanship makes you think it's, just another pickup game between a group of friends, and that's the way you could look at this one. It's a big-time score here, 51-16. As we go to halftime, we'll take a quick chance to talk about our sponsors. Jackson Deposit Bank. Every city needs a great bank, and Jackson Deposit is Jackson's bank. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with their famous hoagies. Jackson Electric. Stop in and see Herbie and Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs, along with septic and appliance parts. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy. Great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Bobcats and the Tigers. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Check out the CBTJ free mobile app and do your banking right on your mobile device. Jackson Physical Therapy. Owner Colby Watts. Jackson Physical Therapy will get you back into action. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. And lastly, Lakeside Homes. Ellis and Brenda, go see them for your next home at Lakeside Homes. Casey, big-time score here by the Bobcats early. I thought maybe by the third quarter we would see Coach Noble get the opportunity to put some subs in, but the Bobcats really come out like they did against Buckhorn, and they're just a buzzsaw tonight.
I'll tell you, I mean, that was the question mark coming in, is which team was going to show up for the Bobcats, and I just tell you, it's good to see the Bobcat team showed up against Buckhorn there. We were there for that, and it was just a impressive display of athleticism. And I am extremely impressed with the shooting of Andrew Combs tonight. I mean, he's absolutely been on fire.
Yeah, Combs has really led this Bobcat team. When you think about it, with the threes that he was able to come in and put in real quick, and he streaked down the floor twice, once past a number of Tiger defenders, and able to get the ball in the hoop for some easy layups. So Andrew Combs with a big game tonight. Coach Noble was able to get some subs in there at the end. We saw Hamilton and Isaac Bellamy was able to come in and play a lot of minutes in the second quarter. Good to see these guys getting some playing time. Hopefully the Tigers will come back out in the third quarter and be able to put up some points and make it a little bit interesting against this lineup that Coach Noble's got.
Well, and just about every game that me and you have broadcasted this year, Rob, we have seen a fairly big comeback from every team that we've really covered this year. So.
Well, guys, I'll jump on here for just a minute. Apologize to everybody out there. This is what happens when Ty's not here, and you rely upon Brendan to get something done. It just didn't work, So I will go to bed tonight. I stayed up until God knows when last night trying to get this thing to work, and it just didn't. So here we are. But I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up, guys. I mean, this one will be over, but tomorrow night we've got Knott County on BSN at Wolf County in a big heavyweight matchup, rematch from back in the second game, opener for Wolf County when Knott handled them in the All-A. So look for that one tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, not on BSN, but I haven't made my schedule yet whether I'll be in Wolf with the guys doing the commentary, or I may go to Hazard. We've got Perry Central and Hazard tomorrow night at Memorial Gym. So two big ones coming up. We'll have these two guys back with us on Saturday night as Breathitt, as Cordia comes to Breathitt. And Cordia, if you watch that game in the All-A over there, the Welch boys can play. Can go and can play, and they played. They picked up. I think they've got a couple kids more eligible now, so maybe a little bit different Cordia team coming to Fairfield Woods Coliseum on Saturday night. But that's our schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night we'll have the live Knott at Wolf, which should be a dandy. Look for that one, and then Cordia at Breathitt on Saturday. Now starting next week, I know on Monday we'll have the Jackson girls at Breathitt at Fairfield Woods Coliseum on Monday night. And then from there, I'm going to be covering the WYMT for both Wolf and Owsley County, our other home teams as well. So they'll be playing on Monday night in the WYMT in Hazard. And so we'll be around. We'll have a lot of basketball. Last night the Knott Breathitt game was canceled, or we would have had last week. We had 7 games in 5 days. We had a little bit of issue up here with that Friday night telecast. And then on this week we were doing 6 and 6 nights. And so we got a break last night. I've had several people sending me messages and asking me questions about pictures that I've taken for both Monday night, the Wolf Breathitt game, and then also the Wolf Jackson City game the other night. Those are in the hopper. I'll get to them. Usually it's come to the point now where we do so many games during the week that I have to do those on the weekend. So it's coming down. So everybody that sent messages, and there have been many, asking about those pictures, I'll have those done here pretty soon. So just wanted to say that as we go forward. Man, we get to see a lot of 14th Region basketball here, and we've got some quality teams this year, Case. This 14th Region tournament going to be at the Coliseum, so it should be a great show. Knott be interested this week. Knott takes on Harlan, I believe, in the WYMT. You've got Knox Central up there. You've got Hazard from the 14th. You've got Wolf, Hazard, and Knott, all three in that WYMT. So on the girls' side, they have paired, for whatever reason, Knott and Owsley up in the first game on the girls' side, which is I don't get that, but it's so those they've already had, and they were in the finals of the All-A. Great basketball game. Letcher Central came out. That went to the game Casey and I did the other night. The Lady Owls they've lost one game. I think they're 7-1. I just did a story on them today. So it's interesting here on BSN. We're really the home for Breathitt, Jackson, Wolf, and Owsley, first of all, but we got a ton of stuff. We got Rod Davidson writing about both Leslie boys and girls over there. We're always covering Hazard and Perry Central, so Knott Central as well. I've done a lot of Knott Central games already this year, so we got Manus Blair and the great guys up at Letcher Central sending us stuff. So, we've got to get a little bit more Estill and those guys involved down there for the whole 14th region here on BSN. It's a heck of a lot of fun, but it's a heck of a lot of work. So we appreciate you guys and our sponsors that help us bring all this to you. And
well, I showed up tonight, and I basically just admired your skills, man, on setting this stuff up, because I've got no clue when it comes to technology on how to do anything. But
well, you can say impressive. Video check, audio no. So thank God I brought the backups here tonight and had them for me so I could talk to you guys, or we wouldn't. I don't know what happened.
Now speaking of Owsley County, earlier on, the one game that they lost was to Hazard. Yep. Didn't they avenge that loss?
Yeah, 47-40 they did.
Okay.
And actually pull up Hazard really played well against them at Hazard. Had the Lady Owls down by a significant margin going in the fourth quarter, and they blitzed them in the fourth quarter, came back, won 66-60, I think was the final. So Hazard and Owsley have had two classics. We're going to be doing a bunch of Owsley here soon. After next week, I know, I think maybe on the 8th, we're making our schedule the week past. We'll be going to Owsley as Leslie visits. Leslie with a big win over Knott Central on Tuesday night. Leslie, very dangerous basketball team, and they're all sophomores, and they're looked really good. So on the girls' side, I know if everything works out, we'll be seeing the Lady Owls a lot on BSN because they're just exciting to watch with Lexi Lynch. Lexi with a big offer from my alma mater, Union College, the other day. So I know that I think Kenzie Harold's already been offered by Union as well and a lot of other schools. So Kenzie had 33 Tuesday night, I believe. Just an incredible athlete. Carly Smith, a young freshman, the coach's son, just shooting the lights out. Coach's daughter, shooting the lights out, and they're fun to watch. So I look forward to Letcher Central, Knott Central, Perry Central, and Hazard. Leslie County, that 54th will be something up there. Buckhorn, we saw them. They're really not, they're right there as well. So you've got Estill and Owsley down the road, and probably Breathitt and Wolf here. Wolf with a big win last week, took control of the 55th against the Lady Cats. So it'll be great to see where we go from here. This next month. The month of February is chock full of basketball. All these makeup games. We said 5 and 7. 7 and 5 last week. 6 and 6. Going to be 5 and 6 now because of the cancellation. We're going to have a lot of basketball here, folks. If you want to be a sponsor, jump on with us because I just added up what I got to pay all you guys for doing all these games. And it's a lot of games and a lot of time that you guys are putting in. Got Brad and Lucas down the way. I jump in on some commentary, take some pictures, do the video. Got Darren up here tonight. Darren will be down there. Ty does a wonderful job, as you can tell. You don't have these issues when Ty's around. So just a good crew here. We thank you all for joining us, and we're ready for half number 2. And we'll shoot you back to the man, Robert Houchel.
I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it, Brendan. Good to be back here. 51-16 as we get ready to start the second half. Casey, I know you and Brendan were talking about some of the basketball in the region, and I tell you what, we're blessed. We've been able to watch a lot of good games, not only calling them, but I've been able to go back and watch some good games on BSN that some of the other guys have called. So really some good basketball action in this region and in this district, girls and boys, and that's why we do it. It's exciting. We want to brag on our kids. Not just the Breathitt kids. We try to be unbiased and talk about some of the players on the other teams too. And
I mentioned we were talking about some of the girls there. Me and you were here the other night when Breathitt played Jackson City, and Brianna Tincher was electric for the Lady Tigers, man. It was absolutely impressive to see her, and I think she followed that up with another 30-point ball game. So she has to be up there as far as leading scorers for the region.
Yeah, I really like what I see here tonight with the Bobcats, and I like what I see in this game too. As both teams come out to start the second half, grins on all the starting 10 players on the court, players from different teams talking to one another. It's just a good community atmosphere and good sportsmanship from both teams tonight, even though it's a very the Bobcats have outweighed the Tigers on the scoreboard. So,
well, when they come through the locker room doors there, I seen a couple of them tap Kanan on the head, or Kanan Gross on the head, and shared pleasantries with each other. So that was good to see.
Tharp with a big three, bounces off the back of the rim, no good, over to Henson. Henson back to Tharp. Henson working against Christie. Thought twice about it. Pass inside to Tharp, and going to call a foul.
Man, Henson he's got really impressive handles, and he knows the passing lanes.
Yeah, he's got really good eyes. Really good eyes. Micah can see where the ball's going to be going and where he wants it to go and who's going to be there to get it. He knows. Ball tipped by Turner. Tharp was trying to get the ball inside the Jet, but Jalen Turner able to tip it. Now Henson resets the offense over to Tharp. Tharp back to Henson, top of the key. Henson thought about a three, over to Tharp, inside now to Jet.
He got bumped there, but no call.
Jaden with a good move to the basket, but not going to get it to go in. Ball to
my goodness.
Turner, lob to Turner was no good.
You just about seen the roof get blown off this place.
Goff Gymnasium, the roof would have came off of it if Turner would have hit that dunk. Big three-pointer by Howard, no good. Hoskins now feeds it up the court to Christie. Christie goes up with a layup, and it's good. 6:20 to go in the third period, 53-16. Bobcats with the lead.
As always, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go over and click that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps us out. We're trying to get over 1,000. That's our goal as of right now. That'd be anybody that's not, that would be a great help. It's whoa, we got a baseball pass here. Wow.
Oh,
my goodness.
Tip.
Man. I don't even know how you can call that. I mean,
what a tip. Big pass up to Sperry. Sperry's first shot was no good, and he was able to tip it over behind his back, if you will.
With the left hand.
With the left hand to get it to go in. 55-16. Big time play by Austin Sperry. Clare with it now over to Henson. Henson looks inside. Thinks twice, gets it off the top of the key to Tharp. Tharp doesn't like what he sees. He gives it back to Henson.
I got a feeling Henson's going to start shooting some deep threes.
Inside to Jet. Now Tharp at the top of the key with a long three, and it's good. Three-point basket by Peyton Tharp. Luke Bellamy with it now. Over to Sperry. Sperry's open, but he looks for a pass. Cross court to Turner. Top of the key to Bellamy. Over to Sperry. Back to Bellamy. Now to Turner. Turner puts up a three. No good. Hoskins went after the rebound, and it goes out of bounds to the Tigers.
Hoskins really working that high post there for the Bobcats. He attacked the rim there and just wasn't able to come down with the rebound.
Starters for the Bobcats look like the starters that we watched come out against Buckhorn.
Yeah.
Really getting after it tonight, having fun. They're enjoying themselves. Another big three-point basket by Peyton Tharp.
He's starting to heat up. That's 2 in a row for him.
4:30 in the third, 55-22. Bobcats lead with some big-time points from Peyton Tharp. Bellamy with it now for the Bobcats. Drives the lane, dishes to Hoskins, almost loses it, goes back up, and it's good. Nice way to keep a handle on the ball that time. Hoskins almost lost it. Able to hold on to it. Henson sets the offense up over to Tharp. Tharp's open again for three. Another one for Peyton Tharp. 25-57 is a long baseball pass down the court. No call. Tigers come back with it here in the third. 4 minutes to go. 57-22. Feed to Peyton over in the corner, and ball going to be Sperry's going to be called for the foul.
I thought it just went off on his leg, but they called a foul there.
Tharp hitting 2 big threes back to back.
Got a platoon sub coming in for the Bobcats.
And the Tigers had him in the same spot, but the ball was bounced off of his foot or rolled off his leg, and when he went after it, called the foul.
As always, we want to invite our audience to interact with us in the chat, as that's always fun to read and give shout-outs during the ball game, as that's kind of become a custom thing for kind of a tradition for me and you to do, Rob, during the broadcast. So
yeah, we like to interact with our fans, and we big thanks to our fans, because we could have sat here most of the night and talked with our headsets on and nobody heard us, and So we were able to get some different mics and get that going, and appreciate our fans talking to us on the chat box.
I mean, you guys are just as much a part of Bluegrass Sports Nation as we are. You know, I mean, Brandon was talking earlier about trying to get us. You know, he was wanting to pay us, but I got to be honest with you. Being in these ball games, this is fun to me.
It's fun.
I don't, you know, compensation isn't a part of it for me. It's all about these kids and bringing you guys coverage of these kids in a pandemic, and hopefully an escape, I guess you could say, from reality for a little while anyways.
I agree with Lisa Gross. She said she would have liked to have seen this team play against Wolf County. We got a whole group of players in for the Bobcats, as you've got Richie bringing the ball up the court. We got Caden Bowling in the game. Ball over to the Combs right now, as he's been hot early, and he hits another one.
It has one of the smoothest shots that I've seen this year, and he continues to knock down big jumpers for the Bobcats.
Combs been on fire for the Bobcats from three-point line, as has Tharp, and he hits another one.
He's found his spot over here. I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's been every
going
one
back
of
and
them
forth.
right
Look
here.
out. Caden Bowling now with a big three for the Bobcats. Ball bounces off the rim. Henson comes down with the rebound down the court for the Bobcats, or for the Tigers. Henson puts up a short jumper's good.
Offense is coming alive for the Tigers right here, and it's good to see that.
Combs brings the ball down the court, gives to Richie. Richie over to Isaac Bellamy with a long three, and that one's good.
I just tell you, you know, Jackson City starts digging out of the hole that they've got themselves into, and the next thing you know, Breathitt makes a shot like that. It just kind of takes the air out of your sails a little bit.
Claire at the top of the key. Gives to Tharp. Now back to Claire. Now back to Tharp. Inside to Jet. Jet working on Caden Bowling. Puts up a long jumper. No good. Rebound to Combs. Combs going to call the point. Bring the ball down the court. Long pass to Bellamy. Bellamy puts up a long three. No good. Rebound down to Claire. Claire now over to Henson. Claire and Henson's just about played the whole game for the Tigers.
And I just tell you, he's an excellent ball player. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching him play this evening.
Combs with it for the Tigers. Over to Tharp. Tharp inside, stops, pops, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound down to Andrew Combs as he pushes the ball up the court to Richie. Richie can't hold on to it.
It's Brendan Miller
Blows,
at the almost tuck and roll right
blows
there.
past Brendan Miller's camera.
Brendan, Dylan Stacy in the ball game. Dylan's my unadopted son, if you will. He calls me his second dad, and I thank the world of little Dylan Stacy. So
Tharp with another three from the spot he likes the most here on the court. No good. Ball goes out of bounds.
good to see Dylan in the ball game here.
I got to brag on you for a few minutes, Casey. It's been a pleasure to sit here at the table tonight and watch the kids from Breathitt come in, the football players that are on the basketball team, come over and talk to Casey and congratulate Casey on becoming a member of the football staff as well as a member of the Board of Education here shortly, hopefully. He's already subbing, but he's going to be working in the county, folks, and he's a great addition to what we have at MRC and a great addition to the football program. And just got to brag on Casey. It's a pleasure to sit here and watch these kids come in and talk to Casey and give him some love. So
I appreciate that, Rob. You know, I some of them come over here and you know, patted me on the back and said congratulations. I told them, I said I've not accomplished anything yet other than my degree. So, but you know, I thoroughly enjoy it. You know, I put my 2 weeks notice in at my employer and kind of went all in on education here. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this week as a substitute teacher. And my wife, you know, she's got her job here in Breathitt County as a teacher. So we're looking forward to being here for the foreseeable future and hopefully the remainder of my career.
Well, we're glad to have you. Like I said, as we've got a couple of possessions went up and down the court. Bobcats still have the lead, 67-33, as 15 seconds are left to tick off in the third quarter. Howard now working with it against Richie. He's inside to Claire. Claire wanted to dish it to Jet, but he kicks it back out to Combs for a long three.
Man.
Nothing but net from a high-arching shot from Combs.
These nets are on fire right now, Rob.
Richie throws up a half-court shot at the third quarter buzzer. No good.
Now, you bragged on me just a minute ago. Let me brag on you because I got to tell you, you know, you talk about me and the impact that I've had on some of these younger athletes and stuff and them coming up to me. But people may not know, and people around here do know, but people that's watching may not know the impact that you've had on revitalizing Breathitt County football. And a lot of the Lumberjacks that's been underneath your tutelage and that you've coached are trickled into the program right now, and are a big reason why we have competed for a regional championship last year, and the year before that was in the semifinals. And I fully expect that those same kids are going to be reasons why that we hang another picture in the den that says 2000 whatever state champs on it. You've had a big part in that, Rob, and people in the community know that, and people around the program know that, but around this area that watch BSN, or, that's part of our community as far as Bluegrass Sports Nation may not, but you have been a phenomenal member of this community, and I'm thankful that I've gotten to know you through this process and gotten to see it firsthand, your impact that you've had.
Well, I appreciate that, Casey. As we always say with Lumberjack coaching staff, it takes a lot of us to raise these kids, but it's good to sit back and watch them get on the field and play, and it's good to come out and watch them on basketball court too. We've got kids out here. I was sitting here telling you earlier about some of the kids from Jackson City that played for the Lumberjacks in their younger years, and it's just great to see as one of our Lumberjack quarterbacks, Dylan Stacy, able to go up and in for 2 points for the Bobcats.
He's got $1 million smile.
He sure does. I appreciate those kind words, but like we said, it takes a community to raise all these kids, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes with the Lumberjacks. And many years ago when we started that, we had in mind that one of these days we'd hang another banner somewhere down at the den and make some improvements, and that's what we're trying to do, is make the program better for Coach Kyle Moore and for this community. Hamilton with it, over in the corner, back out to Stacy. Back out to Stallard. Stallard now over to Bowling. Bowling inside to Kanan Gross. Spin move by Gross. 2 points by big Kanan Gross. That's one of Casey Allen's fine young men on the football field right there,
I just
folks.
tell you, I ride him pretty hard during the football season. I just tell you, but he wants to improve every day and get to get better, and his effort is there, and it's good to see him out here playing basketball as well. I tell everybody, it's not just about football. Play all sports. Get you get out there, because you can get something from every sport that you play. So
Henson saves it from over and back over to Combs. Ball picked off by Stallard. Stallard working on Henson. Henson able to knock the ball away, but it'll stay with the Bobcats. Ball went out on Henson. Gross going to inbound the ball into Hamilton. Hamilton steps behind the arc, looks inside to Gross, and he kicks it back out to Bowling, but he's called for the walk.
we got to work on that vertical weight.
Yeah, we gotta work on that. Nice pass, though.
And the thing is, it's not just about building the program, or it's about developing young kids into young men. And
Player with a big three, no good.
And you're looking at fine examples all over this ball court right now on both sides. As we was talking about earlier, the sportsmanship, that goes a long way. And these guys, even after this game, they'll go back to being friends and hanging out with each other, probably playing video games and things. So it's great to see this.
5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Bobcats with a 71-36 lead as Jet puts up a shot that's good. Little short jumper inside the lane. 71-38.
Jackson City really moving the ball well on their offensive end.
Hamilton to Stallard, back to Hamilton, top of the key, over to Stacy, inside to Bowling. Bowling working against Claire. It's up and in for Bowling.
Caden come over and sit down. I told him, I said, you all better get back out there and start shooting around, or Coach David Kyle Abner might come over here and run me and you both out of the gym, Rob.
That's true. Bowling now pushes it up the court after that rebound. Missed shot by Claire. Bowling going to take it to the rim and coast to coast.
That's his game right there.
That was good. Got the rebound all the way down the court, up for two. Wooten and Farmer getting ready to come in for the Bobcats. So We see Matthew and Ben come in for the Bobcats. Good to see
Caden
them
got
on
his
the field.
baskets, and Coach Noble says, "All right, man, you've drove the lane too much." That might have been Coach Kyle Moore got in his ear and said, "You might want to see him down."
Save Caden, take him out. Hamilton brings the ball up the court. Over to Farmer. Farmer looks for Gross. Back over to Hamilton. Hamilton, long pass over to Gross. Kanan works the ball inside. Nice pass over to Stacy.
Dylan's gonna take this one.
Kick out to Gross from outside the arc. 3-point basket by Kanan is good. And the Breathitt bench erupts for the 3-point goal by Gross. Big smile on Gross's face. Howard now drives the lane, puts up a 2-point shot, and it banks, rolls in. Stacy inbounds the ball to Hamilton for the Bobcats. 3:36 to go in the fourth.
Is there anybody on this team that has not made a 3-point basket?
I don't know. We'd have to go back and look, but as Farmer hits one for the Bobcats.
Are these regulation goals? Can I make a 3-point basket on this?
Maybe we should get out and shoot after the game, Casey.
That's going to be the true test.
Combs
I'm doing
with
it.
a long three
I'm
for the
shooting a three
Tigers.
after this game, Rob. I'm doing it.
As he hit one earlier from the same spot. High arching shot. 3-point baskets. Name of the game here tonight, Casey. Over to Farmer from the corner again. High arching shot, no good. Gross with the rebound. Gross under the basket. Dish to Farmer, and he loses it. Wooten comes up with it. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton puts up a three. No good. Rebound Wooten goes back up. No good. Uh-oh.
Man, I'm telling you, it's
Over
the
to
shooting
Henson.
in this second half has been absolutely outstanding from both sides.
Combs with it. Over to Howard. Howard pass over to Claire. Claire over to Henson, who's wide open. Puts up a three, and it's good for Micah Henson. Another 3-point basket for him.
My jaw, I would love to know what the shooting percentage has been in this game in the second half, because it has been phenomenal for both
it
sides.
has. We're doing a pretty good job of keeping stats until we lost audio, and I've not been able. I know I missed quite a bit there.
I'm shooting a three. That's all
Yeah,
there
I
is
think
to
after
it.
the game, Casey Allen and myself may have a 3-point contest, even though I have cowboy boots on. I'm up for it. 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the fourth.
A dress version of Crocs, Rob. So I think the odds are fairly even between me and you right now.
See, this is the banter that our fans love. That's why they listen to us.
I hope.
That we talked about earlier. 81-48. 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the fourth. Wooten brings it in for the Bobcats to Hamilton. Hamilton walks it up the court. He's going to be guarded by Combs at the top of the key. Hamilton inside the Farmer to Wooten inside. And that ball drops. And I think that was the player on the Bobcats that hadn't scored just put two in.
Is that everybody?
I think so. I don't know about Stallard. I think everybody else has got in, though. Claire now with it for the Tigers. Pass across court to Henson, who's open for a three. Hamilton tries to get there. No good.
Man, I really love his
Claire
shot.
again, cross-court shot to Henson. Henson drives the lane, dishes inside to Jet, and couldn't hold on to it. Stacy up the court, and Henson intercepts that pass.
I want this kid on my team, Rob.
Yeah, the effort that Henson puts out is amazing on this ball club. He's still working. He's worked the whole game. Step back 3-point shot is good by Micah Henson.
It's unbelievable, man.
51-83. Tigers lead.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's unbelievable that he made the shot because he's a gifted shooter, but I mean, that was I see professional basketball players that can't hit a step back three like that.
Well, he's everywhere that the ball is on the court too, and we've talked about that before. That's the kind of player you want on your team. As Hamilton has the ball over in the corner for the Bobcats. Now top of the key to Stacy. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton wants the shot. Working against Combs. Dish inside to Gross. Gross spins, turns, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound down to Howard. Now over to Henson. Henson looks at the clock. Walks the ball up for the Tigers. Less than a minute to go in this one. Claire shoots a three. No good. Saved by Henson. Henson with it now. Wanted to shoot the three, but didn't. Gives to Combs at the top of the key. Combs working against Hamilton. He drives, puts up a floater. No good. Wooten with the rebound. Over to Hamilton. 30 seconds left to go in the game. Hamilton Dribble between the legs. Over to Farmer. Farmer dribbles working against Jet. Back over to Hamilton.
He's wanting to let it go, too.
Yeah. Hamilton over to Stacy. You can tell Hamilton's wanting a shot. Big Wooten. Ben puts up a shot, and it's good. 2 more points for Ben Wooten with 10 seconds left to go in this one, 85-51. Henson brings the ball up the court. Puts up a long shot, no good, and the buzzer's going to sound on this one from Goff Gymnasium as the Bobcats have taken away an 85-51 victory over the Tigers.
I'm just curious how many viewers we would get if me and you played a game of horse out there.
Well, we may have to get if we're going to do that, we should definitely try for sponsors for a week because we may have the longest list of sponsors yet if we were to do that. Speaking of sponsors, let's hit them one more time before we talk about the game recap. Jackson Deposit Bank. Every city needs a great bank, and Jackson Deposit is Jackson's bank. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza and hoagies in Jackson. Jackson Electric, stop in and see Herbie and Scott for all your plumbing, electrical, and heating needs. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy are proud sponsors of the Bobcats and the Tigers. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Jackson Physical Therapy, owner Colby Watts. Jackson Physical Therapy will get you back into
Pride for this community because these kids are from Breathitt County. They're or Jackson. You're from both. It's our hometowns, Jackson, and their home county's Breathitt. So, with that being said, we're still one community, and it was awesome to see John Bunn go do the invocation tonight, and he done a fantastic job on the national anthem. And then our game tonight was filled with excitement, even though the scoreboard shows that it wasn't very close. It was extremely exciting to watch, especially in that second half as balls just kept going through the basket.
Coach Pertusic's team will fall to 1-4 as the Bobcats make their way to 6-2 in the win-loss column. That'll do it for us here in Goff Gymnasium as the Breathitt Bobcats take out the Tigers tonight. This is Rob Hounshell for Brendan Miller and Casey Allen and Darren Back. This has been BSN Sports.